what is excellence? These two questions we will ask through all our work, and we will be like pathfinders, like children, like cosmic travelers who just came to this reality and want to understand important things about it. Let's imagine that when we went on our journey, we didn't know what a life form we are going to meet, what civilization, how many civilizations, which languages they speak, nothing. And our designers created a kit for us, the set of basic particles for building cultural molecules. And they said, just start making molecules, cultural molecules, with this basic kit. You can describe anything you are interested in, any culture, compare cultures, compare complex structures with this. And if you need something new, tell us about it, and we will add new particles into our database. I found this post on X with the question, which book would you say had the single greatest impact on the course of human history? And it looks like that we are interested in statistical outcome. So for that, we could create the structure, a feature, greatest impact or historical impact, and to connect the feature to those few books mentioned most. But you see, we understand that there is no such a book, one book, the greatest one, because many civilizations lived here and they didn't know about each other, about each other's cultures and books and artifacts. It might be interesting to ask a bit differently in some cases. What's the most influential artifact that resonates to you personally, that influenced your life in one way or another? So in this way, we have this personal connection to your own experiences. If I answered to that question, I would talk about emerald tablets, for example, and about Liber Abaci, Leonardo Fibonacci. And they have different reasons for being in my list. Here I could say about Fibonacci because it's connected somehow to the work we are doing here. So you see, this man came to his society and suggested to change the system of science, the system of numbers and symbols that people used centuries before him, years and years before him. And to me, it's a situation not just historical, it's psychological, seeing the work of genius in history. When we deal with social matters, human reality, it's often very difficult work to find what good is in this particular situation. And we will see that and touch it in different applications later. But for having such materials, for seeing this picture, we must build fabric of reality at the beginning. And as one of the very first steps in that, we will make talks on everyday life in New York with my friend Mary Anderson Gallagher, and we will connect it to molecular structures.
As far as rules It was more rules when you were really little. My brother was a biter, so it was no biting, no hitting, uh, no kicking. But as you grew up, you were taught. Like, when my mother gave me something, uh, I couldn't say thank you, so she'd say tata. So that tata was thank you. And so from the time that you were able to talk, you were being taught manners, to say please, to say thank you, to say you're welcome. Uh, when you were old enough to sit at the dinner table, you were taught how to use a knife and a fork. And before you were able to cut your food was cut for you, but you didn't, just pick up a huge piece of meat like a lollipop and take a bite of it. So as you got a little older, whether it was manners in speech or manners at the dinner table, or if you got a little bigger, holding a door for somebody, this was taught as you went along. So it was not something where somebody sat you down and said, these are the things you have to do. This was every day. Something was added depending on your age and your abilities.